Cool, guys. So welcome back to Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave. I'm Rob Odie, and this is another episode of Spotlight 39. Um, may look a little different. We've got Coach Solomon on yet again from the Chicago, Illinois area. So I appreciate that. This was kind of put together last minute, which is really cool. I put out a tweet, and he made this magic happen. We've got a group of young men from Fist Academy, right? Which is D-line, O-line specific. But this group of gentlemen are all in the D-line, all big body, big boys, ready to go. So I'm just going to kind of call you guys out one by one, let you formally introduce yourself, tell us who you are and, what school you go to, what your graduating class is, and then we'll kind of feed off conversation and go from there. So I'm going to start with Mr. Connor. If you don't mind introducing yourself formally and then tell us what school you go to and what you specialize in on the D line.
Yeah, I'm Connor Murphy. I play defensive end at Glenmore South. I'm more of a speed guy, come off the edge and rush the pass. Just try and disrupt whatever I can.
Awesome, man. And what's your class right now?
2022.
So 2022. Awesome, man. I appreciate that. What's some of his strengths, Coach? Obviously, y'all put in the work. What would you say are some of the things that make Connor stand out?
Connor is an outstanding pass rusher, and he was before I started working with him. What we've really worked on is his game at the line of scrimmage and defending the run, so he can earn that right to get after the quarterback more often. And he's done a really excellent job. So whenever we get the chance to get out there and play, I'm excited to see his film because I know he's going to be able to put just as much out there highlight-wise against the run as you will against the pass.
Awesome, man. No, that's well said. Strong words from Coach Connor. He thinks highly of you.
Yes.
So, Mr. Tyler Wood, if you want to formally introduce yourself, you got to follow that up. So let's see what you got.
All right. I'm Tyler Wood, class of 2023, St. Francis. I'm an interior D lineman. Really just got to get in there, plug up gaps if I can, make sacks, tackles, anything I can.
Awesome, man. Are you on varsity right now?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Start freshman year or?
No. Well, yeah. Freshman year I was more of a bench player on varsity. And
okay.
Now it looks like I'm going to start this year.
Okay, so it's your spot to lose at this point, right?
Yeah.
So what would you say are some things that really make Mr. Wood stand out, Coach?
So Tyler's on here tonight with his teammate TJ, both underclassmen and really, really, really good at what they do. Tyler's being modest. He is really strong against the run, but his pass rush has developed significantly over the last couple of months. He'll go bull pull anybody, and they'll know it's going to happen, and he's going to do it anyway. And then he's got some nice counter moves that he's developed off of that to use as bait, and he's done a nice job learning how to take advantage of any kind of momentum or imbalances in weight that offensive linemen give him.
Good deal, man. So he's been a little modest, right? He didn't want to hype himself up any. He didn't want to take this opportunity to juice himself up.
I think so. I think he's going to be
fair enough, man.
On Friday nights. Yeah,
I'm excited. So you mentioned TJ. So I'll hand the floor to you, good sir. If you want to tell us formally who you are, obviously your teammates, but you can get into that, and I'll get Coach's feedback.
Yes, I'm TJ McMillan, class of 2023, and right now I'm a defensive end, but it looks like at the next level I'm going to be playing most likely a 3-tech.
Okay.
And right now what my strengths are is I get off the ball really well, quick hands, and I have a good arsenal of moves with speed and power.
Awesome. So not so modest, right? What do you got for him, Coach?
Yeah, TJ has all the physical gifts and attributes and measurables. What's most impressive, and everyone's going to know who this guy is, but what's most impressive is his work ethic and just how good of a young man he is. He's a very high character individual and works extremely hard, and it's pretty rare that you find someone with all that talent and can pair it with work ethic that's just as impressive.
That's awesome, man. So more strong words, man. So I'm going to bring it to the other Tyler. You got to follow that up, my man. Like, it's getting deep over here.
I'm Tyler Wilms. I'm a junior at Lamont High School. I currently play at 0 tech, so I play nose guard in a 3-4, so some of my strengths are just get in the middle, wreak havoc, eat up blockers, and make as many plays as I can.
Okay. So slightly modest, it sounds like, but I'll hear from Coach. What you got?
Tyler's definitely a prototypical defensive tackle. He's got a great first step. He's very physical and aggressive and really knows how to use his strength. He's a strong weight room kid who is able to get that to transfer functionally onto the football field. And he's also done a really nice job of developing his pass rush technique too, so he can be multifaceted. But all the guys you see on here tonight really are very, very, very talented, and they all do an excellent job of working and being intrinsically motivated to keep getting better. And I'm very confident that they'll all be playing at the next level, at a high level at that.
That's awesome, man. Great words from Coach. Let's keep them coming, man. So I got one good eye, so I'm going to squint at the screen for a second. My man Boston. I apologize. I missed you on the big tweet. I figured I'd tag you in there at the last second, but I'll let you formally introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and all that fun stuff.
All right. I'm Boston Bauer. I'm from Huntley. I'm class of 2023. I just recently moved to defensive line. I'm a defensive end. I came down from linebacker. And I'd say a couple of my strengths would definitely be my speed and my power.
Okay.
I really bait you with speed and get you to overset and then come back with power and knock you backwards. Definitely.
Okay. It sounds like these guys have learned a little something, right? They're all breaking out the technical references. I like it. So what do you got for them, Coach?
They know what they're talking about. They should be able to hold a conversation with just about anybody. Boston has the most violent hands. I have never felt stronger hands behind a medicine ball or a blocking shield or anything like that. And he's done a great job of playing to his strengths. I've actually known Boston for a pretty long time because I spent the last 5 years in the Huntley community. So I remember Boston from his youth days when he was in 5th, 6th grade, and I could tell then that he was going to have a chance to be pretty special. And I agree with him that the move to defensive end is going to definitely play to his strengths as more of a close-quartered, close contact player, really allow him to just kind of turn the brain off and get after it and do what he does best.
It's awesome, man. Quick hands on the D line is always a plus. So what do we got? What is it? Dante, right? Dante with the gaming setup. He turned the neon lights off on us. He wanted to brighten up. I like it. What do you got? Who are you formally?
My name is Dante Patton. I'm a junior at Morton West High School.
Okay.
Class of 2022. My biggest strength is, I want to say, probably my first step. I'm not the strongest guy, but I'm also not the fastest. But I can give you some moves. That's pretty much it.
Oh, so you're saying, you're one of the slower guys, one of the weaker guys, but you're just here for the conversation. No, I'm playing with you, my man. I'm playing with you. Let's hear from Coach. What you got for him?
No, Dante's being modest too. He's a big frame and he's stronger and faster than he's leading on. I've been lucky to work with Dante as well, and his pass rush is coming along very well. So these guys all know each other from working together on Sundays at a big group that we call Pass Rush Crew. And at this group, we work nothing but pass rush for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And from a technical standpoint, these guys have all developed a lot. And Dante had a lot of natural ability coming in, and I think he's been learning a lot too. And he's been able to refine some technique and learn more about what his strengths are so he can be even more effective.
That's awesome, man. So, Mr. Blanton, right? Did I get it right?
Blanton.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and formally introduce yourself. I didn't want to butcher the first name. I apologize.
My name is Kevin Blanton. I'm class of 2023. I go to Steinmetz High School, and I'm an interior lineman. I'm a big boy, like nose and 3 technique.
Okay.
One of my strengths is I stop the run.
He knows what's up. That's it. I stopped the run. Okay.
But my pass rush skills good now.
All right. I'm with it. He said, I stopped the run. You ain't running on me. Not at all, right? Good deal, man. Good deal. So what you got for him, Coach?
I love that attitude. I was really lucky to meet Kevin at a lot of the showcases that I worked and helped run over the summer. And through that, we made a connection, and he started to come out and work with us, and has been able to progress a lot too. As recently as a couple of weeks ago, he was doing an excellent job working a nice tight arm over on an inside gap pass rush. And I love that he's all about defending the run and identifying that as a strength. And I think it's important for everybody to be a run first, badass, hard nosed mentality player. So I really love hearing that. And I just want to compliment how far he's been able to come in the amount of time we've been able to work together as well.
And that's awesome. Yeah, the confidence, he's not lacking it, man. He said, I stopped the run. Like, that's what it
Love
is.
it.
I love it. Love it. Cool,
Love
man.
it. And
Go ahead.
And Kevin is playing in the Chicago Public League, so we definitely want to get him some additional exposure. As sometimes the great talents in the Chicago Public League get a little bit looked over.
Sure, sure. Yeah, that tends to be the trend, unfortunately, nationally, man. Like, if you're in the public and not, a prep or something like that, it makes it a little more difficult, but certainly not undoable. That's for sure. So, keep stopping that rush. I'm looking forward to watching you grow, my man. So, certainly, but not least, my man taking a joyride. I saw you pass McDonald's a little bit ago. Mr. Demarcus, what you got? Oh man, I done made him laugh and lose his connection.
That's all right. I can talk a little bit for
All right.
Demarcus. Demarcus is one of the largest human beings that you're going to meet, and he moves so incredibly well with his size. It's just completely unexpected to be in control of his size and his frame the way that he is, to be able to use it so effectively, moving his feet and his hands, working in conjunction. It looks like Demarcus is back on, so if he wants to say,
if you want to jump in and
go right ahead,
kind of highlight yourself, I mean, if you're gonna do what my man Kevon does, or is it Kevin? I'm sorry, you stop the run, you stop the rush too. Is that your get up? We're having some audio issues.
That's all right.
It's all good.
So Demarcus is repping Brother Rice right now, and that's where he goes to school, where they have a very talented defensive line and team in general.
Okay.
He's definitely plugging up those A gaps for them as primarily a nose, a one technique, a 2-eye, and does an outstanding job of it, actually playing on both sides of the line of scrimmage. He's also been able to develop some really nice pass rush moves too.
Very nice. Very nice. So he's
one of my
a silent killer, right?
In the world. Absolutely. And just one of the greatest personalities that you'll ever get the chance to meet. Just a really fun person. One of my favorite people.
I got the laugh when I said, he was passing McDonald's, then he lost his connection. So I didn't mean to mess you up, my man. But cool, man. So obviously we got a hell of a lot of talent, from various classes, various areas of the city, right? Which is, I think, remarkable. And they're all coming through Fist Academy, right? You guys are a big group of buddies that from different areas come together, you say, on Sundays and put in that work for specifically the pass rush, right? That's what you said you focus on Sundays?
That's what we focus on Sundays. I've also worked with all of these guys more individually or in smaller groups where we're focusing on pretty much every aspect of the position and being effective. So and it's just really cool we have such a great representation of Illinois football on here tonight, just geographically from the city and all over the burbs, and it's pretty cool to have them all here.
That's awesome, man. So we don't necessarily have to go individually, but on average, how is everybody's grades? Are we just as talented in the classroom as we are on the field? Obviously, that's a big part of the recruitment process. That's a big piece of my segment that I do. What's those grades look like? Are we all 2 thumbs up, ready to go, or we got some areas of opportunity and got some work to put in? I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. Okay, good deal. So just be mindful again. The classroom is just as important as the field. You got to stay focused there, just like you do on the field. So I can't stress that enough. And maybe I'll leave this to you, Coach, unless anybody wants to jump up individually. But we got a handful of underclassmen, but then we got, I think, 1 or 2 juniors on here, right? So how about how is recruitment going? Do we have any looks, opportunities, conversations being started? Any of that for you guys as of yet?
Yeah, let's hear it from you guys. Some of you guys have some offers. Some of you have some pretty exciting offers. And I know a lot of you are in conversation and talks with some schools. So why don't we start with TJ? He recently got a pretty big offer.
Awesome.
Yes, right now I have four offers. Two Power 5 schools, which is Syracuse and Arizona State is the one I recently got.
Herm Edwards is coming hard.
And I've been talking to many other Power 5 schools. And then I've also gotten offered by Central Michigan and Eastern Kentucky.
Okay, so we've got, a handful of D1, some nice D1 offers. Not that any offer's bad, don't get my words wrong. But you got some pretty big opportunities, and you've got a whole nother year to go, right?
I got another 3 years.
No, sorry, another 3 years. Another 3 years to develop. Okay, fair enough. So they're going to continue to come. That's fantastic. What else are we working with out there?
Connor, go ahead. I know you've had some exciting conversations with some coaches recently.
Yeah. I've been in contact with the coach from Air Force. I've talked with different coaches, NIU, North Dakota State, Eastern Illinois, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, like a lot of those schools. I've been in contact with some Power 5s. Got followed by the Wisconsin Badgers, Texas A&M, stuff like that. So, I mean, staying busy with it, staying in contact.
That's huge, man. Definitely put in that footwork. Continue to go hard on social media, specifically Twitter. For whatever reason, Twitter is kind of the recruitment capital of the world, right? That's where all the eyes are, it seems to be.
Yes,
what else
sir.
we got out there? Any other opportunities or conversations being started for you guys?
Go ahead, Tyler.
I've talked to majority of the Ivy League schools like Yale, Princeton, Columbia, to name a few. I've talked to Duke, was Power 5. I have Liberty and Campbell as well.
Very nice. Yeah, Liberty's right down the road from me. I interviewed the quarterback, Chris Ferguson, who was a transfer from UMaine to Lynchburg. Pretty good conversation if you get the chance to check it out. But Liberty's a great program. Very, very nice program, and they've done a lot around their facilities. So some pretty awesome conversations there. That's super exciting. But I need you to say it with a little more oomph, man. You said, I've had some conversations with some Ivy Leagues, Princeton, Yale, Harvard, but pump it up, man. Be excited because those opportunities are huge, man. Like that's a very bright future. So, maybe that's your demeanor, but pump it up, man. I'm excited. Got energy. What else we got? Anything? I know most of these. I was gonna say, we got a handful of, sophomore, juniors. Well, sophomores on here, right?
Yeah.
So those are just more informal conversations with hey, when I can talk to you, we're going to talk type stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you guys getting pulled out of class from time to time, kind of doing meet and greets, handshakes, any of that good stuff? I tend to hear about that throughout the nation, man. That tends to be the trend. A lot of coaches will show up, maybe during lunch, and they'll get you to step out and kind of do a handshake, meet and greet, as an underclassman, and then kind of regroup or reach out to the coach thereafter. And, that's how a lot of conversations seem to start. But I was about to interrupt somebody. I'm sorry. Who was about to speak?
It was me.
Tyler. You go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now, unfortunately, no offers, but I have talked to Augustana a few times over the past few months, which is good.
Yeah, and you're sophomore, right?
Sophomore.
Yeah, sophomore. So, don't necessarily look at it as an unfortunate, right? I mean, you're still building, you're still, building your resume, right? So, your future is going to be bright. I mean, everybody here is, you guys represent yourself, in a very first class manner. Obviously, you put a big smile on coach's face. He's probably going to hype you guys up when you get offline, tell you, what a job you guys did in representing yourself in the program. So, that's huge, man. I don't know how I can ask my final question, but typically I ask, and maybe I'll just kind of do a round robin because it won't take long to answer. But I ask the one question every single episode when I finish it out, and the question's really deep and powerful, and I think it can really impact viewers that are watching. And with that being said, the question is, what motivates and what drives you to want to be that much more successful tomorrow when you wake up than you were today? So it's pretty powerful, and we can go round robin if you like. Somebody can just chime in. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but that's typically how I close out the show. And I was trying to figure out a way I could do it with a big group.
Yeah, so I think that's really, really, really a great question for these guys because, as you and I talked about the other week, we haven't been able to play it down a football.
Yep.
And everyone on here is finding ways within themselves to stay highly motivated and to do well in the classroom and to put in work in the weight room and find as many opportunities through training and showcases and camps and different events to keep getting better. So I don't know if there's a better group of people out there to, ask about motivation and what's keeping them motivated and the kinds of things that they're doing. So I'm excited to hear what these guys have to say about that.
Yeah. So if you don't mind starting, Connor, what would you say?
I don't know. I feel like all of us have been like fighting, tooth and nail, trying to find opportunities. I mean, and for me, like what keeps me motivated is like I got people like Fist and a great family behind me that like I feel like I'd be doing myself a disservice and like, wasting what I have right now, my opportunity.
For sure.
To go out there and like, if I'm not giving it my all, if I'm not, working out every night, if I'm not putting everything I got into this, I feel like I'm just wasting my opportunities. So, I mean, I'm just grateful for what I got right now.
And that's incredibly well said, most definitely, because you don't want to waste something that's right in front of you, especially if it's something that's controllable. And obviously, your future is yours, so you control it. And the mindset that you have is phenomenal, man. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
And let's go, Mr. Wood.
Yeah, so basically kind of building off what Connor said, we're all really fighting just to play and just be out there with our brothers, our team, and just have fun. And personally for me too, it's last year as a freshman, I know I could have had a better season, played more. So over like these past months, I've just been working my butt off in the weight room, on the field, just trying to get better, get stronger, faster, all that stuff for next season.
It's awesome, man. That's the only thing you can do, right?
Yeah.
Keep yourself drive. Keep yourself driving and pushing harder every day, and you'll most certainly get there, man. You got a very, very bright future.
Thank you.
What about the other Tyler? What do we got?
I mean, it's just something I've always done and something I fell in love with at a young age. Just wanting to be able to keep doing something you love for as long as you possibly can, till because eventually you won't be able to anymore. Just keep doing it as long as I possibly can.
Yep, keep doing as long as you can, as hard as you can, right?
So,
Full throttle. And I like how he stepped up his energy. You notice that? I liked it. Felt the tone in the chest there. I like it.
Little bit.
All right, TJ, what do you got? You've been over there stewing, I could tell.
What definitely motivates me is just how much I love this game and how long I want to be a part of this game for. Coming from a big football family, the people I look up to, my dad and Arena Football Hall of Famer. My brother just got done playing at Iowa State. Looking up to basically just my whole life has been football, and that's how I want to keep going. And it's just the love of the game that keeps motivating me.
I love it, man. I love it. Mr. Boston, never left out Boston. What do you got for me, my man?
My biggest motivator is just like going out and finding different competition, like better competition, and seeing where you are a lot stacked up against them. Go and find somebody better, and you go and beat them. That definitely gives you a confidence boost, and that's what makes me keep going, because I'm like, if I can beat this guy, then I can definitely beat this guy, because they're like ranked the same.
Sure.
Or whatnot, and just like love it. It's great.
So you just feed off the competition.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh, he done changed up the setting on me. What you got for me, Dante?
Me personally, losing my father in December and losing my grandmother in November last year.
Sorry to hear that.
It's okay. That really keeps me motivated, because I know I want to make my dad proud, make them proud, let them know that they will never be forgotten, and it's something that I love for my whole entire life.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna keep building off that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that'll most certainly feed anybody's hunger, man. So keep doing that. You know, you'll most certainly make your dad proud.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna try it again. Kevin, right?
Yeah.
There it is. All right. What do you got for me, my man? Bring the energy because you stop in the rush.
My motivation is that I want to be the best. It's like self-determination. I'm the
Sure.
type of guy that like I'm not gonna stop doing it till I know I mastered it, you know?
No, I'm
And
with it.
I'm far from master. So I'm gonna keep working.
Keep pushing, right? And how many
Yeah.
years you got left? 2, right? 2, 3?
I mean, yeah, I'm a sophomore, so 3.
Okay, awesome. So you got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to stop the rush. Look, look, he down there changing on us. He getting ready. He connected to the Wi-Fi. What you got for us, my man? Your audio working?
Yeah. My motivation is my grandfather, my godfather.
Okay.
My godfather just passed this year.
I'm sorry.
My grandfather passed this year too. But that's like my motivation. Keep working, keep grinding, try to get that scholarship.
For sure, man. And now that you got some audio, man, I'm gonna give you the floor if you want to formally tell us who you are. You know, Coach obviously spoke very highly of you. You know, we got some giggles and you know, I almost picked up a large fry on the ride home. But what do you got for us?
Man, my name is Demarcus Caston.
Here we go again, right? I mentioned McDonald's and it all goes away. All right, well, it's all good, man. So maybe I can reach out to him offline and get him on one-on-one. That might be good. But look, so everybody, I certainly appreciate your time, Coach. I appreciate it. We can certainly run this back as many times as you like. And for all of you gentlemen, by all means, you know, if you want to reach out and do an individual episode, we can certainly do that so we can dig a little deeper. You know, but for everybody, man, you know, stay mentally, you know, right. And I don't know if that's the right phrase, but you know, with these times and your passion for the game, man, it's difficult to deal with. So just keep your head in the game. Maybe that's a better term, right? So stay focused on your craft. Keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, you guys are working your tails off and doing a lot of the right things in the classroom, on the field. So you know, the future is very bright. The road to success is, you know, going to be very, very, very nice for all of you guys, and I'm excited to see where that goes. But for the viewers out there, man, please, please, please subscribe. Let us continue to do things like this, continue to grow this platform. The outpour has been amazing, to say the least, over the last, you know, 3 weeks I've been doing this. I'm getting more and more coaches, you know, that are looking. More and more coaches are reaching out. More student athletes are reaching out. Recruiters, like, I mean, it's just a big deal, and it's only going to get bigger from here. So I appreciate the support going forward. But again, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you share it on all your social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, all at the same name, Spotlight39_POD for podcast, right? So again, I'm Rob Odie. This was another episode of Spotlight 39. We do this for you, big homie. We miss you. I appreciate your time, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.